Welcome to Revenue Search, everyone.
And then, of course, there's a show called Revenue Search by DSV.
I am such an avid viewer of your podcast.
One of the resources I highly recommend is the Revenue Research Podcast, hosted by DSV.
Hosted by DSV Funds co-founder and CIO Siam Kidd and CEO Mark Creaser.
D'ailleurs, ces podcasts sont animés par DSV, donc on le verra plus tard.
One standout resource highly recommended is the Revenue Search Podcast.
One great role in the ecosystem you guys do, plus you're in there investing. Like, it's just amazing. I love what you guys do.
And their show digs into real numbers, real subnet strategies, and where institutional money is flowing.
Back again for the second time. We need to stop meeting like this, Mark. I can make this revenue stream way better. Hold on. There we go.
Pay attention to what these guys are doing. They also provide a lot of, like you said, really high quality information.
Revenue Search is all about, I want to know, if I put $1 in on this end of the box, how soon does $10 come out that end?
Hier auch einen Podcast zu diesem DSV-Fund. Dieser nennt sich Revenue Search.
And I can confidently say he is one of the brightest minds when it comes to thinking about investments.
They also did a pod with Bitcast.
Hello, welcome to Revenue Search.
I mean, what else is there left to say? It was perfect.
But as you know, I have zero life. I just sit in this chair all day, just looking at Subnet. Guess what?
What? Oh.
Time's up.
I was going to say, at least you haven't got to spend time watering that tree. What's that all about?
I'm in an Airbnb at the moment, and it's fake.
No.
Welcome to Revenue Search. Hello.
Hello, everyone.
Thank you. Thanks for that intro there, Siam. That was.
Oh, it's Riley. Riley, big shout out to Riley. His videos are tip top.
That is a tip top video. That's a great way to start. So yeah, Revenue Search episode, whatever episode this is, 26, episode 26 of what I think we can confidently say is one of the top 10 best podcasts about Bittensor.
Top 10.
Top 10. Yeah, we'll back ourselves. We're definitely top 10. My name is Mark Creaser. My co-host, as usual, is Siam Kidd, and our guest today, as we dig into Bittensor and her many subnets, is Giga from SN22. And this is going to be fun because I don't know anything about SN22. So we're going to have to dig all the way in, Giga. Make yourself comfortable. You're in for the long haul here, sunshine.
Okay, thank you, guys. Thanks. It's great to be here with you, and thank you for doing these amazing things for all of these subnets and the whole Bittensor ecosystem.
Oh, that's very kind of you. Thank you. Well, thank you for joining us. Siam's managed to, put a shirt on, get himself a cup of something.
Okay.
Yeah, and we, again, for full transparency, we have zero Subnet 22. So, we're really good at front running ourselves.
Oh, yeah. So, yeah, Giga, the not the last episode of this we did, but the one before with the guys from Zeus. We did the revenue search, and it was great. It was a really, really solid revenue search. They had all the right answers to all the right questions around revenue and growth, and smart guys. And during and after that revenue search, I think their price pumped by where did it go, Siam?
It was like 80 to 100%. There was a point halfway through that revenue search, and I was like, oh shit, this subnet's good. These guys are awesome, and we have zero exposure.
Yeah, it's a big problem because we can't hop off halfway through just to place an order. That's not how it works. We're dialed in. But so yeah, today, full transparency, we don't own any of Subnet 22 yet. Let's see how this goes. But Giga, tell us a bit more about you, about where this came from, about how you've ended up being dragged into this wonderful world of Bittensor.
Okay, so I am Giga, guys. I'm a lead Desearch Subnet 22. Subnet 22 is open real-time search layer for AI agents and LLMs. So here is a problem. Today, AI is powerful, but it's blind without real-time data. And the few centralized APIs that exist are expensive, rate limited, or closed off. That is where Subnet 22 comes in. And Subnet 22 powers two things: APIs, real-time search for Twitter, Reddit, and the web. And it's 16 times affordable than centralized providers. So, and another thing which we have is agent as a proof. We have built our own agents using these search APIs that scan conversations on Twitter, surface insights, and drive engagements. They prove exactly how others can build on Subnet 22 mostly. And Subnet 22 is live today, powering customers, fooling agents, and proves that the decentralized infrastructure is not future, it is already here. I believe, and I think Subnet 22 is something which change things and make more simply for AIs and for agents to fetch real-time information from the internet. This is impressive.
Simple as that, is it? Good. Well, I've got all that. So, any questions, Siam? I'm joking. I've got loads of questions. So, let's pull that straight back. So, the bit that I did manage to keep up with at the very, very beginning was that LLMs need real-time data.
Right.
Is that true? Is that what you said?
Yes, exactly what I said.
Okay, so if you're just using any, your preferred LLM, if you're on ChatGPT or whatnot, that is going online and finding out some information, and the information that's out there is largely going to be historical data. And what you're saying is that Subnet 22 allows the LLM to access up to the minute real-time data.
Right. Exactly what we are doing. Let me explain how we start, and mostly you will understand more details. When we start, the idea was so simply build consumer-facing search app, think like Perplexity or ChatGPT search. We wanted to build a product like this, but in fact, our miners even already outperforming like them in benchmarks later, and we realize and we pivot competing head-to-hand in the consumer space was not a real opportunity. The bigger need, the gap only we could fill was real-time high relevance data for AI agents and LLMs. So we focused to retrieve data, scrape data. We analyze this scrape data, and based on this, we return, and our miners mostly return high relevance data to users. And after pivot, instead of being another app like search app like Perplexity on like Map Search, even we had already this app, we became a data layer for intelligence, powering the entire ecosystem with live information that agents and LLMs needs. They actually works in real world mostly. So, and we mostly focus like data, and not just like the normal today how this, for example, Google or any other search engines works. Mostly we our miners train their own models and scraping data from the internet, and they check writing algorithms which check contextual relevance between questions and the retrieval data and return high relevance data. That is one how we are focused and how we are incentivized to miners.
Okay. So miners train their own models to scrape data from the internet, analyze it, and then feed that into your agent.
Exactly. They are sending data, and we mostly provide API for our data. You can, to our API, you can just send query, and our miners will get this query. They will understand what is meaning of this query. After they will starting scrape internet and see what is relevant information. After next layer, they are like filtering them, which is most relevant, and contextual meaning is the same as a query. And after return it's real time. So mostly our API is so fast, and our validators incentivize based on performance, based on relevance, based on accuracy and fresh data. So we have multiple different layers on validator sides, which analyze and collect information from miners and checking for each layer if they are correct, if source is valid or not, if this data which comes is contextual relevance is exactly what user asks from in the question or query. And miners are focused retrieve, scrape, retrieve, and analyze and train on models which will retrieve best results. So if you are a miner and I'm a miner as well, for example, if you are better than me and you are returning most relevant informations than me and generate summary on this better than me, you are best and you can win.
Okay.
It helps mostly ecosystem and Subnet itself to improve. Today, maybe you are best. You are scraping better way. You're you are miner who generate great responses, but maybe someday somebody comes and will improve this. And every day, competition between miners, it force each other to make better than other way you will lost your miners and lost the register from Subnet.
Cool. So how many miners have you got?
Totally, we right now working 4 or 5 teams. Sometimes some new are adding here and changing. Some of them are new as well, but mostly even from the start, we already have some great teams who even working with us and improving things and fixing bugs and improve almost we are work together as the of course miner are independent and they are independent teams, but anyway we are building together product and that means we have everyday communication with them. If we have some issues or we find out some issues, we report them together in our Subnet channel, or even we have some direct connection as well and helping each other to improve things and find out better ways to improve scoring mechanisms itself or results. Because when we are studying from customers use cases and studying how they need results or how they need to get through high relevance content, in that case we need sometimes make changes, we need sometimes to focus area where we have not improved yet, and every time collaboration is important for with them to make it better.
Okay, so can you give me a couple of examples of stuff that I might search for using my LLM that the answers might not be very good, might be wrong, might be wildly inaccurate, unless I'm plugged in to your subnet and it's feeding me with fresh, accurate, real-time data?
Okay, very great question. Mostly we have quite good results from Twitter and from web as well and from Reddit. Mostly use cases right now, which we have even from the customers, and they use they validate and find out mostly crypto related projects, for example, which I can say, and some of them mostly are doing search or related, if this project have good insights, if people talking about this project quite well, what is negative and sentiment analysis of these projects, and all of this. Mostly, if you want any general questions from a user, which comes from user, we do deep analysis here and collecting most relevant information from there. So audience mostly currently audience which we have and focus is mostly crypto projects, maybe even subnets, even general questions which maybe you can ask any purpose, and which we are not maybe good is in coding side, which we are not focused. Mostly we focus real-time information. If you want to question about products, about things which people talking about this, which is on Twitter, and which can be retrieved from there.
Okay, so if I was searching for some crypto information on ChatGPT, that might not be very accurate because an awful lot of stuff happens on X and on socials that it wouldn't necessarily find. Is there another example alongside crypto?
Yes, even ChatGPT, which I can tell you, they don't have direct access on Twitter data, and even our scrapers, one direction which we have on this side is Twitter, and we have full access on Twitter API because our miners scrape whole Twitter data, and we can retrieve any information. When you are asking question we can retrieve from Twitter, and we have multiple mode like deep search mode and like fast mode. Deep search mode more is like even analyze 10,000 and more tweets and grab and collecting all of them together and filter it and give you outputs from most relevant informations. And that is why we are better than ChatGPT, for example. But in our case, also why we decide also to focus on agent side, because agents are, I think, we think is a future. And everyone, even right now, which we have as a customers right now, all of them building agents, or even if they are building agents, these products are related with LLMs. And any projects we say they need retrieve data from what's happening today on the internet. Even like see who is talking, for example, what's talking about Bittensor, what is pros and cons with this and all of this, and we are grabbing all of them from Twitter, and ChatGPT cannot do this, for example, and even from Reddit, and we are focusing mostly with conversations and with real-time data, which can be valuable for real-time.
And is there any analysis of that data before it's presented? Is there sentiment analysis? Is it just quantitative?
Yes, we did some. We are doing as well this.
Okay. Right, I've got that, I think. So how do I get that data? What do I have to plug into? It's an API. Who can plug into the API?
Okay, so we have standard API, and even we have already playground and dashboard for developers, where developers can sign their and they can like set up on playground how they want to fetch data, and they just copy code. It's very simply used. We have on the playground how they can see data real time or even as a JSON file as a developer side. We have integrations with multiple agent builder platforms, for example, which are so hype right now. For example, they are Eliza OS, Creo AI, N810, for example, and they have all their own builders who build agents, and they retrieve data. We have we give SDKs and we give them integration documentations how they can integrate our APIs even, and so we make it simpler for them to integrate, maybe even few minutes to start with our APIs. That is how they can integrate. We also have SDKs, for example, OpenAI wrappers, Cloud Dev wrappers, and all of this. And for example, if you are a developer and you are building on LangChain, which is famous framework for developers, we also have like the SDK for this. We also have example of this, and they can just integrate with so simple way just in a few minutes. So we mostly are product guys, and we know how to help. Even ourselves are developers. All my team is, most of them are developers, and we know how to like build to like for developers as well, because we love easy way to integrate, and that is why we are trying to give all possible way for integration.
Got it. Okay. And yes or no, you got your own agent as well? Yeah. Okay.
So can you repeat? Sorry, I did not hear.
You've got your own agent as well as having people using the API? Yes.
If I got your question correctly, if you can create your own agent, right?
No, you've got an agent that I can use to access the data.
Yes. on our platform, you can like you said, your own agents. You can explain what you want to achieve with your agent. After you can give queries, and you are helping agents what kind of topics and things you are interested. After this agent will run its autonomous like interval every day, every hours, and it depends how you will set up. Agent itself help you to set up your configuration and your like agent configuration and all of this. And after agent trying to figure out and analyze every time which are related informations for you on his dashboard, and it's help you to filter them here with high relevance, low relevance, medium relevance also. And after that, you can start communicate and engage in this conversation.
Cool. Okay. Right. I'm going to summarize this then, so I think we're all on the same page. So,
That's interesting.
So as a human, it doesn't really matter how intelligent you are. If you haven't got access to all the books that's got the information in, then your intelligence is nothing at all. And it's the same with AI. You can have a really, really smart AI agent, but if they haven't got access to the right information, they can't give you the right answer. And what your subnet does is it allows those LLMs access to the most up-to-date information out there, which is most likely to be the right information. So without that, LLMs are coming up with answers, but they don't know if they're the right ones. And you've got mining teams out there that are analyzing and scraping data. The validators are rewarding them for freshness, accuracy, relevancy, context. Is it the right answer to that question? Is it useful information? That system's all built. You've got the miners, you've got the validators, and agents, the AI agents can link in and get their hands on your up-to-the-minute data using your API.
Exactly, right.
Boom. Right, we got there in the end, Siam. I'm going to pass the baton over to you for a minute to ask some additional questions, but I am satisfied. Thanks, Giga. I appreciate your patience there. I know that was going, explaining your very complex thing to a simple man like me.
Yes. Sorry. So, I explained a bit harder, maybe, but yes.
We got there.
Yes.
I have a burning question. How many screens do you have in front of you, Giga? Do you have like lots of mini screens, or do you have just one big screen?
Right now, I am in another room. It's only one screen. But when I'm working like working hours, I have two big monitor. Like one is 45, and 45 inch wide screen, and another one is like it's same almost like.
No, I only ask because in the reflection it looks like you've got like 8 mini screens in front of you. Anyway,
everywhere, all my agents everywhere, and say what show me things how it works.
Okay, so the miners primarily focus on the data scraping, correct?
Not only data scraping, also scraping and filtering them. Yes.
Okay. And where do you store all of that data? Hippias or?
So mostly miners, I think, doing on their side. Even we have on validator side where we have like loggers, and we are storing all of this here as well to analyze and like see what is where is there like things which we need to improve, and like mostly in our database, which is like as a logger.
Sorry, I missed that. So do the miners store the data that they scrape themselves, or do they put it into a central place?
I think yes. I think yes, because they need sometimes this data because to see and find out and find out issues. And I think they are storing this on their side. But mostly our APIs and our is like real time. We have few seconds mostly, and when we are asking questions, they have to return in a few seconds, so that we don't care if they store or not. They are up to them.
Okay. So if you lost a couple of good miners, does that would then affect the data quality set that you have?
If you want to be miner here, is not on our subnet is not easy. I think. Yeah, because.
But the way I see it, there is really there's no proprietary data. The miners are going to the internet to get the data for the query.
Yeah, on
So
X.
Even if they store that data on their servers, there's no problem. It's not like we talked to subnets that require T's because they've got people's proprietary data. Here, that isn't the case.
I'm just trying to pigeonhole it because, like, I know SN13, Data Universe, and Macrocosmos, so they need to store the data because they're using SN1 to get insights within that, so they can sell that data to companies that want stuff. But I guess with yourself, it's more real time,
exactly,
because it's the agents that are you're conversing with.
Yes.
Okay. So, what's the big vision here? Like, I know what you're. Okay, in fact, let's work up. So, you can create. Let's say I'm a business and I would like more eyeballs. I want more people on me. So I guess if I was to compress what your subnet is in a very tiny nutshell, it's a Twitter business development management bot. So I could use one of get you or work with you to create a DSV agent, and we'll call it Bob. And then Bob will just go around Twitter looking for anyone that is talking about Bitcoin or Bittensor or has any Bittensor questions, and it'll be very helpful. Hey, Bittensor, blah blah blah. And then at some point, when Bob detects that the person is a hot enough inquiry or high lead score, let's say, he can then direct them to the DSV website or a video or whatnot. Is that correct so far?
Yes, mostly in a Twitter case, it's correct so far. If you're asking if we are going to extend this, our subnet already support multiple search, not only Twitter. Twitter is just one source.
Okay.
For example, we have Reddit as well. We have YouTube's.
Okay, cool. So you have agents on Reddit as well?
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And
definitely.
is there a maximum amount of agents that I can create?
On agent platform, you can create how much you want. Mostly, it's up to you. For example, my personal account, I have maybe 40 or 50 right now.
Okay, but I could have 1,000 bots.
Definitely, because as a human, you can create how many you can handle, right? And but agent itself, say working 24 hours in 7 days, and they can collect a lot of information and scan whole internet every time, and it will give you ability to filters, and after you can give commands them to help me to conversation with them, help me to write to replace with them, and after send later.
And how persistent will it be? So let's say the bot has found someone that's keen about Bittensor. It asks the person a question, but the person doesn't respond to the bot within a day or two. Like, how long until the bot follows up?
Okay, it's a great question. Mostly what we are practicing here right now and what we are training even, we at this moment we are not allow bots to reply automatically. We are monitoring ourselves, and when we see on the dashboard and agent dashboard they don't reply or anything, we allow you to run second campaign like this, where you can give command to agents like, hey, let's try to communicate again, remember them if they like this or blah 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 blah. Like, it's mostly command based, let's say. We are not new yet, because I think first of all, when you will starting to build your own agents, it's important to define your define configuration for him, how to communicate. At least don't feel like if it's AI or not, because mostly if you know, I think people don't like if bots write them. They like humans, but if you want to achieve a count as a human, you need a bit spend time with them, and after you are improving every day. But so, I want to mention one thing. just this agent, what we build, that is not only which we are like selling and which is our main goals. That is one use case, I would say, and one customers, how you can use our real search data. But any customers which we have, and I can tell several use cases and studies, even how they use, they even some of them tracking specific Twitter accounts and or specific projects even, and they analyze retrieve data from us on their side even, and collecting which user talking too much to their project, for example. That is one example. Another one is also some of them need to collect multiple information from different areas and train the LLM model itself. So we have some projects, as I remember, which is crypto projects, and they want to track and analyze what people talking about their project, collect positive and negatives, and make like some predictions on this, if this campaign is work or not. So a lot of use cases I can talk, and even I have real works with them.
And what's the daily maximum comments your agents can do on X before X goes, "Oi, you're spamming," and shuts you down?
Okay, so let's say for per account, mostly Twitter today daily you allow to reply 500 replies, but even what we track and monitor, like we are going to reduce this even because let's say even when you're writing in the midnight, even Twitter trying to figure out this because it is bot or it's human, because when Twitter now when you sleep and do not based on your time zone as well. And we are trying mostly and figure out bot behaviors much similar as a human behaviors.
Okay.
So that's yes, you allow 500 because when we tested, for example, more than 500, they just give us like you are like a bot and just approve you are not bot, and it's show capture like this, but not like suspend or anything. But anyway, it's like this.
So what's the big vision then? So where do you think most of your revenue is going to come from?
I think and I believe revenue, as I position right now, is like AI agents is a future for me. And even I do some market research, and it will completely change next several years. And all these agents definitely need real-time information. They need scrape data from the internet and find out, at least use this information for give output to users. So that my targeting audience is AI agents and LLMs, even some traditional businesses who need real-time data for even predictions, for sport predictions, or for example, or some others. And my my vision is like to completely involve all AI agent builder platforms, integrate my APIs, and give my AI search API to them. I think that is our main goals long term.
So who would be your biggest, or like 80-20, what type of customer would be delivering most of your revenue?
I think startups, companies who are building products.
Fair. I think this could be really powerful because, like, back in my old like M&A days when I used to like buy and sell businesses and stuff like that, one of the things that most business owners would like come to me as, hey, I need money because I need to do more marketing, etc. And like 9 times out of 10 that really wasn't the case, because what they had is like a leaky bucket. Like they hadn't got their shit sorted out. They haven't got the proper people, the systems, etc. And they think that pouring more money into marketing will equal better things, but that money would just pour out. So most of the issues most startups and small businesses face is you got to get the systems, the people, and then the correct, for lack of a better word, funnel or client attraction journey, whatever you want to call it. And then once that's all sort of airtight, then you can drive paid traffic to top of the funnel to then, now for a small business that has got their shit together, these these, again, lack of a better term, Twitter BDM bots would be pretty darn cool, because if each bot is doing up to 500 comments a day, or let's say 200 comments a day, and you can have dozens. I mean, that's just like increasing your sales force by, let's say 12 people that are constantly looking out for people that are talking about Bitcoin or Bittensor or whatever your business is. Soap, I don't know, it doesn't matter. So for those businesses, if you can get it working, they're going to be very sticky customers. And so how much, like if I wanted 10 agents, 10 of these Twitter business development or sales bots, how much per month would it cost me to get 10 bots?
Okay, that is great question. We are trying to figure out, and it depends how you will run your agents and what type of search you will use. Mostly we allow users to allow by keyword search and AI search. AI search mostly most advanced search and even keyword search most cheaper version. And but average, I think we are gonna to set 3 plan for agent subscriptions. First one is be 200, maybe 500, second one, and the enterprise as well. And we will deal with depends which they need and how they need this. But in 500 case, if we will talk, maybe we will allow to create 5 drones, but 5 agents. But 5 agents doesn't mean only you can create. Also, it includes several steps inside. For example, how many tweets you can scan, for example. How many
what, sorry, did you say?
How many tweets, posts, how many posts can be scanned, how many replies can be included in this. And we are trying and right now thinking how and monitoring how current testers and current companies which we have on the board using this, and we will figure out this, and we will make more stable versions for all these users. Even I think with these agents right now, when AI comes in our world, so that was just like when we are asking, for example, how we use today OpenAI search or Perplexity or any, we are asking and we are getting results, right? But that is not enough anymore. I think we need next step. The next step here is find and make action. And there, why agent is important. So even myself, even when I'm trying to sell my services, when I'm trying to find out users who believe, who needs this, and I right now with my agents and with my Subnet APIs trying find out problems which user asking on Twitter directly, and when this match to my services and see this guy already asking which I'm creating, which I have, and trying to reach them and help give a task to my agent, hey, reach this guy and offer our services, or make more conversation with him and tell him, hey, man, I have similar services, use it from Desearch, for example, and you can try to use this. And so I think definitely, and I believe agents are coming, and why that is, I am focused on this area, and the whole team, we are mostly make comfortable zone for AI agent builders and startups to use this search API and focus their business needs.
Yeah, I think it could be really powerful. And embarrassingly, I think I told you this earlier. For the last few weeks, almost every time I tweet something out, someone always replies, nice positive replies, and it's called Towcat. And I thought, this person's really nice. He or she is obviously liking my posts, and it would reply to me, and I'd reply back. Then I realized the other day it's a freaking bot, and I was like, God damn it! Yeah. So
have you been flirting with a robot, Siam?
I've been flirting with a feline robot. No. So yeah, I think DSV needs a Bob bot. We're going to call it Bob. It's going to scour the X for everything Bittensor type questions, and it'll just be a helpful Bittensor assistant. And then
good. Well, I mean, the second half of this conversation is really help me out because it's filled in the holes from the first half of the conversation. So in the first half of the conversation, I understood that there was a need for up-to-date information, but actually in the second half, it transpires that these agents are chatbots, and what they're doing is they're going to identify scenarios that they could engage with. They're not simply answering questions like what time is the parade. They are going out and they're finding someone that's going to the parade, and they're going, hey, you're going to the parade, you might need this. Like it's a very, very different scenario. So I can see very, very clearly what the route to, or certainly where the value is here, because as Siam says, there's loads of companies that should have, or that have got leaky buckets, and that should have a team of bots trying to plug the gaps in that bucket. So access to the API, and then how much was it? What are the prices here? Did we get an answer to how much?
Like $500 odd. He said a tiered thing, and $200 to $500, etc. Depending on how many bots you want, I guess.
Yes.
And we want 10.
How many draws you want to run, and how many posts you want to scan. Mostly, these are two main params how we are charged to our users. Even we are for analysis, we are using our GPU machines and all of this, and it takes quite cost for us as well, and that is why we are setting this amount for subscription.
But just give me a ballpark though. How much for one bot for DSV, and how much for 10? If we had one bot, one chatbot on UK time, roughly, just give me an indication of how much that's going to cost. And if I wanted 10 spread around the world.
Okay, let me take example from my one agent. I have create one agent, which is like find out all like posts and scanning maybe 10,000 per day tweet, and analyze this as well, and find out if anyone asking like Twitter API, if they need Twitter API to send my deal, and for me, let me calculate quickly. It's like 3.10.
There's no rush. We can just pause it and edit it all out.
Yes. Yeah, I will pause. I don't remember exactly how much it is, but it's maybe for this scan is maybe $2, maybe something like that. I don't remember exactly, but I will post it later.
$2 a hour?
No, total.
No, not what it cost you, but like for a paying customer that's coming to you and said, hey, I want one bot. How much is that per month?
Per month?
Yeah.
Well, however you're billing for it. Are you billing for it daily?
It depends multiple things. For example, for how many posts are scanned, how many replies are, how many commands.
I understand.
Roughly, it should be like maybe $20.
$20 for one.
Yes.
Okay. So
cool.
And then
again, max, I think.
Max.
I
think
that's cheap. That's really cheap.
The problem with that is that people don't think that you get very much for $20. And if I wanted something good, I actually want to pay more money for it.
$200.
That's the real problem with pricing architecture. When people get into it, they don't buy stuff if it seems too cheap. If you're saying you can replace a person with a chatbot, I'm like, okay, well, the person's going to cost me a couple of $1,000s a month. So yeah, if I can get this for $400, then that seems like an unbelievable saving. But if it's $20, like who am I replacing here? A 3-year-old with crayons?
About 15 years ago, I once had a very useless human that worked for me. And his job was to sit in the office and hunt around LinkedIn and Facebook for people vaguely interested in that business at the time. And like, I came up with so many, let's say, validator evaluation methods, like from, gauging his activity. Like he was doing something like 20 posts a day. And, we celebrated one month when he broke even. Like I was paying him like $2,000 a month. And 1 month he got a client that made $2,000 and we're like, yay. So yeah, he didn't last very long with us. But
how long did he last? Because it sounds like he lasted for a bit longer than he should have done.
3 months. Yeah. Like typically, like as an employer, like you all employers typically have a mental 3-month sort of yardstick. Like, is this person competent or retarded? And then after that, sorry, I'm probably not allowed to say words like that. Apologies. Yeah, anyway, I'm interested. And I think many other business owners that have some form of, salesy sort of process, if they can replace one human with a bot that's $200 a month, it's a no-brainer. And it'll be a very sticky customer.
Yeah, but if you're selling them for 20 Giga, me and Siam will keep selling them for 200 and we'll just pocket the difference. This is going to be a match made in heaven.
Yeah.
This is going to be wonderful.
And
So-
one thing is also here is like when you hire a human, it's like it has limitation, right? It's like he or she cannot work more than 8 hours, for example, per day. And these bots can scan whole internet like maybe 24 hours per day, and that is crazy. And we looking these agents already teammates. Even our narrative behind this is as a teammates. We are not selling as a tool. We are selling this as a teammate.
Colleagues.
And if you want to hire this guy, just pay for this, and he will cover all of this for you. Something like that.
Yeah.
I had a crazy thought. So I make videos for Bitcast. So I'm a Bitcast miner. If, let's say, a brief comes out and I make a video for, I don't know, let's say Subnet 22, and a whole bunch of people make Subnet 22 videos. Could I then turn on my own Bitcast mining bot to then look for people, vaguely interested in what Desearch does, and then drive Twitter traffic and Reddit traffic to my Bitcast YouTube video?
Exactly.
Which would then increase my Bitcast earnings.
Exactly. This is our vision, what we are doing. Even after this, when I will have this, I'm going to split this like this.
Nice. Okay, so there we go. Bitcast miners. There's some easy customers for you there. You co-own this with Fish. So do you? I guess you use what, Siam? The compute behind that. So you're
mostly we are starting this Subnet, me and Fish together, and some my co-founder as well. And we was building multiple subnets when we started 2024. But after later we realized and better was like to make each subnet as a business and focus on the specific area. And Fish right now we are partners. We are his founder as well here, and he's like even advisor. He's not right now full-time involved on our project, but anytime we always have like updates each other and make it like synchronized. And even with also we partnering with other subnet with QTest, Subnet 51, because we use the GPUs and we use the APIs in our products and services as well.
Yeah, I can't believe it
as well. Vice versa, I mean, like Subnet 23, for example, use our API. They are also building AI agents 23, and they validate miner responses through our API.
Okay. I can't believe it's been 52 minutes and we haven't even asked you what you're going to do with your revenue. So yeah, when you get revenue in, what are you going to do with it?
So mostly, first of all, which is it's very simply we believe in Bittensor and our tokens. First of all, we need to cover some operational cost with first income, and after all of this, we want to pay back to Subnet token.
Cool. Okay. Yeah. So you're covering your OPEX, and then so when you buy, what are you going to do with the alpha that you buy back?
Oh, I'm going to pay miners and what use it for all our operations as well.
Okay, so
even my teams, most of my teams are believing in my project, and even they take salaries from tokens as well.
Okay. Okay, so you're not buy back and burn, you're buy back and what? Paying the miners to neutralize the miners.
So what we will generate revenue, we're gonna to put in tokens. So we're gonna buy tokens. Can I explain correctly?
when you get revenue coming into the business, perhaps some fiat revenue coming in, you're going to first pay your operating expenses.
Right.
That makes sense.
And then with the remainder, you're going to buy your own alpha token to support the price of your alpha token.
Right.
And then what Siam's trying to dig into is, what are you going to do with those alpha tokens? You could burn them. You could lock them up and say, look, we're just not going to touch those for 5 years. What we think you said is that you're going to use those alpha tokens to pay people, perhaps, that believe in the project.
Yes, okay, got question now more correctly. Yes, mostly I'm going to keep most of my tokens and as a Subnet tokens as much as possible long term. I'm going to support price as well. Most of my employees who I believe in them, also they're going to keep long time, I think. Yes, this is vision today. And I'm not 100% sure what maybe we can change a little. Depend how it will go. But yes, mostly we are going to support completely Subnet token.
You're going to support the Subnet token completely. Okay. Is there a holding company with equity with equity holders?
Mostly, yes. I have founded a company USA because we have points ripe for paying, and mostly I need like to get some USD on our company, and that is why I already have registered. Yes.
So you've raised funds through the top company.
We see.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You've done a seed round.
Okay. I think we are aligned with alpha holders, and if EC wants equity, they will need to buy alpha and convert through the token to equity pass.
Okay, but there is a holding company at the moment that owns the subnet. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yes.
Have you raised any capital in that holding company?
No, yet.
No.
No, yet. Mostly, most all investors which we have, they have put in alpha in our tokens.
Okay, so the stakeholders.
Myself, I am like
holders. You've done OTC deals. You've sold chunks of the alpha, and that's how you've raised the money that you're spending on the business at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And when the revenue comes in, you're going to use that first to stem bleeding and pay for the operating expenses, and then you're going to use it to buy the alpha token. And you, as yet, undecided as to what you're going to do with that alpha token when you get it. But your general policy is that you're definitely going to be supportive of the alpha token, and that is also aligned with your other investors because they are alpha holders rather than equity holders.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Right.
That answer your question, Siam?
Yeah.
I think we got there.
Yeah, I'm out of questions.
Yeah, Giga, that's been absolutely fantastic. It has gone on a little bit. Anyone that's listening to this on Spotify has long got to their destination and they're just waiting outside for us to stop rabbiting on now.
Thank you guys so much.
Is Giga your real name? Like, I know you're from your Georgia. Is that a normal name in Georgia?
Yes, right. Georgian name. It's famous in Georgia mostly. Giga.
It's like a cool crypto name as well.
Maybe later I will create Giga token.
Yeah. Like that. Cool. Amazing. Well, thank you very much for joining us today, Giga. We really appreciate it. Really appreciate your patience. We will be in touch to get some DSV bobs. That's what we need. So we'll get some of those. And then, yeah, at some point in the future, come back onto Revenue Search, give us an update, tell everyone how you're doing.
Okay, great. Thank you for your time, guys, and have a nice day.
Amazing.
You
See you, everyone.